So this weekend I went whitewater rafting. Got a new shirt. You probably don't know if you can read it from there, but it's PBR style. Raft West Virginia Whitewater Adventures on the Gorge. Yeah, we went to West Virginia, did the New River Gorge, and I almost died. It was pretty sweet. So
Yeah,
I already told you
cool,
guys
dude.
about it. I told Sean a lot of the details, but just to give Mason some more information on it.
I'll do a little slideshow of your photos.
Yeah, I'll show you guys a couple here in a sec, but basically we went through and it was like 3.5 feet. So one of the measurements are like 6,000 CFS. Like it rained before, so the water level is higher, and depending on how the water level is, as you can imagine, different parts of the river are different levels of danger and high rapids and stuff. But we went through some easy shit at first. Just, they sent you up far enough where like we probably had in like a couple hours of basically nothing, and so we could get used to paddling and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd never done it before. A couple of us had. But we go and we went through this one spot that was supposed to be like pretty rough, and our guide was super cool. He was like 20. Didn't find out until later that this was his first year guiding, which I'm glad he didn't say anything because it would have scared me, except for he was really good. So like he said that. He's like, I don't normally like to tell people that while we're on the boat, but he didn't. He waited till later, but he was awesome. He was really cool. We were just talking to him like one of the homies, and he came and hung out with us after.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We were just having a good time. We went through this one part, and he was asking us how hard do we want to go. Like, it was a bunch of bros. I think he was sick, or he was stoked because the water level was higher than it had been like for months. And everyone's like, let's hit it hard. So we went through one spot that was like supposed to be pretty rough, and we made it through. And he's like, okay, yeah, if we did that, we can do anything. We're good. We got a lot of bodies here. It was 10 of us in this 16-foot raft. It's going to be sweet. So we get up to this one part, the Keenies, which are like 3 pretty much, I don't want to say like consecutive for people that actually raft and kayak and stuff. They've probably been to places where it was a lot rougher, but it was like 3 back-to-back, the upper, middle, and lower Keenies. And apparently there's, rapid system, like 1 through 5 is like pretty standard. From what I hear, class 6 is like imminent death potential. Like you don't do that unless you're really good. And then after that, it's like waterfalls and shit. I don't know how accurate that is, but 5 was like the highest. And this place gets like, they label it as 4+, where depending on what the water level is or what. So we're going through, and it was like pretty much class 5 today, he was saying. All right, so really it's the lower one that gets really bad. But we went up the first one, the high, upper Keenie, whatever. We went through that, all good. We go to the middle, and we hit this one spot, and we straight up like go up and down,
Straight down,
and then up, and then our raft just like starts turning. And he told us, where to swim to if you fall out and all that. And he told us like, if the boat starts to flip, people on the other side should like dive against it so that you can try to push it back down. But as soon as he called like to do that, we were already fucking done. So the boat flips. I got stuck under the boat, and I was like, this is not where you want to be. And I knew he'd flip it, but I was like kind of fucking shook because you can't see dick. So I'm like in there, I'm like looking around, get some air, try to get out, pop up in another spot in the boat. I get some more air, and then I was like, fuck this, and I just pushed out. And then I'm up, and there's waves hitting me in the face. I'm trying to breathe. And I turn, and as soon as I turned around, he already had the boat flipped and was like in it. The guy like did it so quick. He was badass. Jackson was his name. I don't want to disrespect him and just call him the guide. But he flipped it. He was in there, and I see like other people trying to get in. 2 of my friends got in pretty quick. And I'm just floating down the river going through this rapid. Like I can't get up. I can't swim against the current. I see the other boats. They're trying to like throw lines out for people to get pulled in. And I see a bunch of people getting pulled back in. Ours was the only one that flipped. There's 4 other boats out there at the time. So we're going, and I'm just like trying to swim, but not that strong of a swimmer in rapids. So I'm getting sunk down. One of our other buddies, Adam, was also basically with me stuck. And I just hear that one of the boats was like, we can't save you, swim right.
dude. And that's fucking terrifying.
And Adam was Papa no likey. But dude,
That's horrible.
Yeah, and Adam, I just like I heard it, but he was like, "Steve, swim right," and I just go follow him, and then we go, and there was like rocks and shit, and you can go look up videos. I'd love to show you one later. I don't want to do one right now, but you go, and it was like a bend, so I'm seeing these rocks, and they had called this spot out called like the meat grinder, is what they said, because there's all these rocks like under the water, and depending on what level you're at, you can see them. And I'm just like not trying to get wrecked by rocks, so I'm like seeing where there might be and swimming. Also just being carried by the water, so I probably didn't do as much as I was thinking in my head I was.
Are you the only one in the water?
Adam also didn't get back in the boat. And then I go to the lower Keenies, which is like the hard part, and I just get like sucked underwater. And
dude,
I like took a breath as I was going under. I just held my breath, and I start like, you know, trying to swim up, but I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen because I can't see. I'm going, and then I like pop back out, and it's still rapids. I'm like, I don't see Adam anymore. I'm like, oh God. But then another boat like came out, and at the end of it where it was like calm finally, they like pulled me into the boat. And it was terrifying. It was awful. But it was so funny because everyone's like, are you all right? And you know, all this. And then another boat had come up, and they were like, did you just swim through the lower Keenies? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how was that? And I was like, dude, not chill. Like, I just couldn't think about
Dude, I would be shitting my fucking pants. I'm sorry, man. I'm not interested in doing that ever in my life.
Dude, it was so fucked. But
you fell out?
Dude, that was me. I was like, no, for real, because I was trying to think. I tried to lean back as I saw the boat tipping, and then I just got thrown out into the water. But just a little quick slideshow for you guys. We'll put a couple pictures. This was us like before we went out. So, you know, that was cool. It was fun. And then there's us like in the raft.
Who took the photos? These are really nice photos.
There's like people on the side. We had to buy them.
Oh, okay.
There's just people like on the side. My face there. I'm like really getting it. And then
that should be your Discord photo.
That one, dude. Dude, it was gnarly, bro. I was like flipping out. This was like before we ate shit, obviously.
Oh my!
And then, yeah, like,
dude, I love the face, dude. It's so good.
Everybody else like had some funny
the
faces.
One of you
like,
where you're in the water with just your head sticking out is
there's a lot of.
Why did they take a photo of that? That's like
in case it was like last memory of Steve dead.
Okay.
No, I don't know, but
you can pull the screen up a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
Dude, okay, that's a Discord photo.
This one is my favorite.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, look at all this around me, bro. This action shot.
I know, dude.
I would honestly hate my life.
Low-key traumatizing.
I think this was before these where I finally ditched the paddle, because that was one thing. They're like, you want to hold on to it so when you get back in, you can still help. And I held it for a little while, and Adam had like 3 in his hands because he, like other people were, you know, dropped theirs obviously because we all fell out.
Dude.
He had like 3, and then I saw him just fucking launch them and just start going. So I was like, all right. I think that might be it. And then this was us after drinking at the bar.
Let me guess who the fucking guide is. The raft guide. It's got to be that fucking dude in the middle, right? Holy shit!
After he
I'll blur his face out, but I'm gonna zoom in on it,
dude. It was so funny because before this, or maybe it was after. I don't know. He said he knew someone that looked like Tim, and he did. He showed us a picture, but then. So he wanted to get a picture of Tim to show to his friend and be like, look, I rafted with you today. But then by the end, we were like, dude, we want a picture with you because like you're part of the squad now. We hung out with him for
that's
like 6-7 hours after that.
Are you traumatized?
I mean, it was terrible. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's okay, like if you were like, I'm like, it was actually like a harrowing fucking moment.
Yeah, I was very scared. And then for real, like,
I know laughing they were just, because of how lucky you are like, to be still with us.
Right. They were all like, it's funny now that we know nobody died, but everybody was like kind of joking about it, making jokes and asking me, like I said earlier, they're like, dude, was it scary? And I'm like, yeah. Like,
yeah, I bet
what
Jackson
do you mean?
was fucking thrilled.
Well, so I felt bad because everybody was like, he probably got shit on later because he's pretty new, but either way, I mean, yeah, it was terrible. It was funny. Like we found some good jokes to be made. It's all good, but I definitely don't plan on doing that anytime soon. I got like
don't tell your mom, dude.
I did. Yeah.
All right, tell your mom, dude.
I probably shouldn't have, but at the time I was like, "Oh shit, mom! I just want you to know I love you."
Yeah.
I was like, "Shit, dude."
That is fucking terrifying. I probably would never do that. That's probably what it.
So I didn't know how bad it was gonna be. Like I knew when he said rafting, like It
Yeah,
wasn't
but
just
you'd think you'd do
chilling
like
on
a
the
level
river.
3 at the highest.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't know. I was like, I don't think it'll be that crazy. And again, like had we hit a bad spot, even the other guides were like, they didn't see that, and the ones behind us saw us go down and went to the left of the spot we were at. But some of it, like you don't know because the waves are just shifting, right? Like it's not like an ocean wave where you see one come and you hit that. It's like there's
It's just
a lot
what's in
of
front
shit
you.
going on that
Yeah.
it's all changing at every second. So I mean, there was nothing really we could have done because we hit it hard and then we just like started flipping. But the other part that got a little scary, and then we can go on to other stuff, was pretty much like immediately the next like big rapid after that. We go and we were like crushing it, but we came in to the side to avoid like some rocks and stuff, and then it was basically a squiggle. So we came in from the side, and then we were going back around, going straight, and we needed to turn left, and we could not turn left. And there was just this big rock with like a calm spot because none of the waves were coming in. They call eddy, where it's like just chill. Maybe it circles there. We got like straight into that and got stuck, and we had to like turn, and then there's just rapids right next to us, and we were about to like push off and just go into rapids with no momentum. And he's like, okay, so on 3 we're gonna push off this rock, and then we need to just paddle like real hard. And I look at David, who's done it before, and like he did not look like it was chill. And I'm like, oh shit, dude, like this was not gonna be good. We made it out of that fine, but after later when we were talking about it, obviously besides me potentially drowning, that was like the scariest thing forever. Like of all the stuff that happened, because the rock we were by had like a shelf where under the water there was not as much of a rock. It was like sticking out above water. So if you got sucked down and like got smacked under there and came up, unless you could figure out where you were, you would probably get fucking stuck there. So it was terrible.
I don't think I'm ever gonna do that.
No, I would probably like. It was so funny too, because like when we were still like on our way up, some of the people were in the group chat just talking before we were on our way, and one of the guys was like, "So what are we doing? Is this like floating down the river? Like are we tubing or what?" And David's like, "Come on, bro!" Like you could see in the picture for the website in the like text app that it was not people in a tube, but he just as Dylan said he wanted to raft, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" He wasn't thinking about it, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I figured we were gonna be like working and stuff, but so anyways, yeah, I almost died a little bit. It probably wasn't as serious as it is when I say that, but yeah, I swam like a class 4 to 5 rapid.
Good thing you had God on your side, dude.
When you're on God's side, you're always on the right side.
That's what's funny is Dylan made this comment, but I think I had the power of God and anime on my side because I had my Berserk shirt on, and I think the power of guts just
that was
flowing within me.
It was Discord.
You on the Discord, Sweba?
Yeah.
So Steve, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you join the link that I just sent you? Okay, so anyway, I just want to make sure that I had set that up right, and
yeah, we can move on.
Yeah,
I almost died. It was kind of funny. The pictures of it are honestly pretty hilarious in hindsight, so I'm happy about that. Glad somebody bought them all. It was a good time. If anyone invites me to a bachelor party in the future, know that I will not be whitewater rafting.
That is really fucking scary.
yeah, I don't want to do that in my life. I'll tell you that right now.
I should not have told Mom, but
Dude, I would never have told her that shit.